walking in the dark, walking in the dark. Sometimes you got to walk in the dark before you can find the light. You got to go to those dark places where you don't want to go. You have to turn on those streets in your mind, in your life, where you don't want to go. Those places, that's where real growth happens. That's where you have to attack your fears and confront your fears. And when you get close to things, because things look different in the dark. When the light isn't around, you got to get closer to things and you have to put your hands on it. You have to get close and touch it and say, what am I really afraid of? Is this what I really think it is? And most times, the things in the dark is not what we think it is. We can't be afraid of those dark places of our life and our mind. We got to go close, put our hands on it, wondering, why am I afraid of becoming great? Why am I afraid of being consistent? Why am I afraid of becoming a good dad? Why am I afraid of becoming a good husband? Why am I afraid of becoming a good son, a better friend? Why am I afraid to connect? Go on the dark path. And I don't mean dark as in evil. I mean when nobody's around, when no lights are around, when nobody's watching you, when it's just you and God walking and talking with you. The Bible lets us know that He's with us in the valley of the shadow of death. Sometimes we act like He's not with us. This is why I'm making this video. Because there's part of me like, I don't know what's going to happen when I'm out here recording. But I can't just talk about it. I got to do it. I'm even confronting some of my fears right now. Not that I'm afraid of my neighborhood, but you never know. People are tripping nowadays. But am I going to walk? Am I going to go through my whole life wondering I was afraid to walk in the dark? Wondering who's around the corner? Or wondering somebody going to come out and jump me or do something crazy? Or maybe that's all in my head. And I'm going to use this as a metaphor to think I have to go to those places in my mind and not be afraid to confront the things that I think are against me. Go for that long, dark walk, you and the Lord. Say, God, show me the areas of my life where I got to change, where I got to confront some of the things that I'm afraid of. Why am I afraid of it? Why does it bother me? Am I tripping? Why? Go on those dark walks within your heart, within your mind, wondering, have those difficult conversations with your wife, with your children, those dark conversations with no light, where you can't hide, where you have to get close to touch them, close to hear them, close to understand what's the reasoning behind things. Get close to these things. You have to get close to these things. Go on those long dark walks where you only can rely on the faith and trust in God and say, God, keep me as I go, as I walk, as I confront my fears, as I confront the lies that I hold on to, as I confront the excuses that I have. He's with us. He's always with us. Even when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you are with us. And sometimes when you're walking, you're hearing these noises around you, wondering who's that. But even that can't stop you. It shouldn't stop you from moving forward, because eventually you will find your way back home. Or if you keep on walking, enough time, the light will show up. But you gotta keep walking in the dark. Keep making those connections. Stay on the path. Stay on the path and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And even if you're afraid, be brave. And I learned being brave isn't the absence of fear. Being brave is even when you're afraid, you do what you're supposed to do and do what you gotta do. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. Bravery is even when you're afraid, you do what you have to do. Fear, when everything around you is dark and gone quiet. Are we gonna cower? Are you gonna be afraid? Or are you gonna walk? Keep walking to your dreams. Keep walking to the path. It's just an experiment for me. I don't ever do this, but I was driving and thinking, come let me get out and talk to somebody, encourage somebody. I don't know who this is for, but this is for you. And it's for me too. Keep walking, man. There's a way out. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. Keep walking. Keep walking. And sometimes you might even see a light every so often. God will not lead you the wrong way. He won't lead you along the wrong path. He will show you where you're going. Trust in him. Keep moving forward. There's light around, even in dark areas. Just keep your eyes open for him and tell him, lead you. But you got to listen, because when he says turn left, he means turn left. When he says turn right, he means turn right. Don't do what you want to do, especially walking on the dark areas of your life when you're by yourself, when you're talking to your spouse, talking to your children, talking to your friends, when you're having those serious conversations where you have to get real close to understand what they're saying. And when God tells you, okay, say this and say that, trust him, because he has the eyes, because he is light. He can see everything. He knows everything. Trust him. So when you walk in the dark, don't forget to trust God and hold his hand. And that's what it's going to be. When you're looking from left to right, what are these sounds that I'm hearing? Just know that he's still with you. He's still with you. Like even right now, I'm coming up on a night light, a lamppost light. It's a sign. Even when it's dark around, there's still light. He gives you a sign. Okay, you know what? Where am I going, Lord? Okay, go to the right. You're almost there. Keep following. Keep going. Keep going. Dig deeper. Find out who you're supposed to be. Make those connections. Make those relationships. Go through those areas where you have to get very close. And that's when real transformation takes place. That's where real change takes place. That's where real change takes place. Keep going. Don't push. Don't push away from it. Move forward into destiny. Move forward into greatness. And learn to respect yourself. Respect yourself. And what I mean about respect myself, I mean, look again. I don't mean to treat yourself properly. I mean, respect is such a funny word that we don't even know what that means anymore. When I think about respect, I mean looking again at yourself, treating someone or something the way that it's supposed to be treated. Do you respect yourself enough to go through the dark? Do you know that you're made to be great? That's what I tell my students all the time. And now I'm challenging myself. Do I know this? Do I know this? Do you know this? Do you know that you can make it through the dark? Do you know that the light is around the corner? Do you know that the day is soon to come? Keep pushing. Don't give up. That's what I tell myself. If I were you, that's what I would tell you. And that's what you should tell yourself too. He will guide us and he will keep us. So when you by yourself, in those dark times or dark areas of your life, don't give up. Keep pushing. Don't give up. God is with you. Be blessed.